Our tour of the Metro's most highly valued homes begins in Johnston. Starting at number 10, Mary Baker's 8-bedroom home sits on a 3-acre lot located below the Saylorville Dam. The home was built in 1996 by Lee Baker, who at one time owned a business called Creative Switch Industries. Mary Baker received the home in a divorce settlement in 2001. Number 9. William Van Orsdale's South of Grand home was built in 1916, but the 8,600 square foot house was extensively updated after Van Orsdale purchased the property more than a decade ago. Van Orsdale is involved in real estate development, including the high-end West Glen Shopping Center in West Des Moines. At number 8, philanthropist Ted Townsend's Ermdale home includes 3 greenhouses. His 9,000 square foot home was built in 1981 and sits on nearly 18 acres of property. Townsend is the driving force behind the Great Ape Trust of Iowa and efforts to build a rainforest in central Iowa. He's the only son of inventor Ray Townsend, whose company was the world's largest manufacturer of meat processing equipment for hot dogs. Number 7. Last year, real estate developer Dan Stambro paid $1.9 million for the South of Grand home of retired Pioneer Hybrid chairman Charles Johnson. The 7,300 square foot home was originally built in 1922 by Dr. Oliver Fay, an early supporter of Iowa Methodist Medical Center. Owners during the 1930s and 40s included newspaper publisher Gardner Mike Coles and banker W. Harold Brinton. Johnson rebuilt the house from the inside out. Jumping all the way to rural Cumming, Christopher Nelson's home is the newest home on our list. The 2-story Dallas County home was built in 2005 and sits on an 18-acre site. The home includes a 200 square foot wine cellar. It's relatively small for a $1 million home, with less than 4,000 square feet of living space. Nelson is a research scientist and is president of Kimmin Industries, the Des Moines feed and food supplement business founded by his parents, R.W. and Mary Nelson. Moving back into town, Lamar Cothy's flying saucer-shaped home in Urbandale attracted a lot of attention for its unusual design when it was first built in 1993. The elevated residence includes a storage area for up to 20 cars and a car wash bay. Cothy was the original owner of the Seven Flags Fitness Center in Clive, but sold it in 2002 and now is involved in real estate development. The Dallas County home was valued at about $1.3 million when it was first built, but now has an assessed valuation of $2.4 million. In an interview 10 years ago, Cothy said the unusual design of his house resulted from the fact that he wanted to be up in the air. Number 4. Builder David Walter's new 10,000 square foot home in West Des Moines is a replacement for an earlier home fire destroyed in 2004. Like the earlier home, Walter's new residence has space for his extensive collection of automobiles. Although a number of new homes built in recent years have included indoor basketball courts, Walters is the only homeowner in the area with his own football field, complete with goalposts. Number 3. Developer Dennis Elwell is responsible for much of the retail and industrial development along I-35 in Ankeny. His West Des Moines residence consists of a 6,500 square foot home and a 7,800 square foot building that is often described as a party barn. Many of the architectural features in the building on Elwell's 4-acre estate were salvaged from historic buildings in downtown Des Moines, including the old Bankers Trust building at 6th and Locust, which was torn down during the 1970s to make way for the Ruan Center building. Number 2. Entrepreneur Gary Kirk's 10,000 square foot home is adjacent to the 13th hole at Glen Oaks Country Club, which Kirk was instrumental in helping to develop more than a decade ago. There are 11 rooms in the main house, which includes 4 whirlpools and a hot tub. A 5-room guest house was added in 2006. After Kirk sold his KVI insurance agency in 1998, he reinvested his profits in a variety of businesses, including casinos in Emmitsburg and Clinton, a medical manufacturing company in Orange City, and West Des Moines' West Glen Shopping Center. And at number 1 on our list of the metro area's most highly valued homes, drivers on I-35 can see the roof of Dennis Albaugh's $4 million home as the highway heads north from Ankeny. Albaugh made his fortune selling agricultural chemicals in South America and has reinvested his profits in his hometown of Ankeny, where he is in the process of developing the former Iowa State University Research Farm into a community called Prairie Trail. Albaugh's 12,000 square foot home has 24 rooms and sits on a 3-acre site that backs up to his personal 18-hole golf course, which covers 59 acres and is valued for tax purposes at $860,000.